In this video, let's take a quick look at a common workflow where we want to calibrate a local survey to our GNSS equipment. So I've got a survey here at 5,000, 5,000, and I've got a foundation I want to stake out here. Now, I'm going to go out with my GPS or GNSS equipment, and I'm going to tie some of these monuments for the boundary at 1, 2, 3, on around. And then I'm going to calibrate this local 5,000, 5,000 to whatever coordinate system I'm using on my GNSS. Now I've got these foundation points that I can export out to my GNSS equipment and stake them out in whatever the coordinate system is. Let's take a look at the workflow that we use to do this. I'm going to import the GNSS ties that I did out in the field, and I did that with an emlid. Let's browse to that, and let's just take a look at what this data looks like real quick so you can just see. And I've opened this in Notepad and turned off word wrap. So I collected 0.1 there, and I put equals 0.1 PK Northeast in the description, but I just added 100 to it. So 0.101 was my GPS point. I could have said GPS 1. In this case, I just said 101. I did the same thing for 2, 5, 3, and this point 1006. So that's how I collected the data. Let's bring that in now. And I brought in those 5 points and put those in a traverse, and I have all the information here to tell me what I brought in, what the geodetic position was, and the coordinates that got computed, this case at state plane. And here's that traverse that I just brought in. Let's take a look at that. So I'm going to open this up with GPS. Let's do 3D. That'll work just fine. So here's that traverse. Now remember, I said that we put the original 5,000, 5,000 points in the description, equals 1, 2, 5, 3, 1006, and here are our GPS points. Now, I'm going to create a calibration for that, and this is what makes this all work so well. I'm going to tell it, select a traverse of uncalibrated points with calibrated points as, and I used an equal sign and put them in the description, and I'm going to select that traverse. But I want to reverse it, because I want the uncalibrated points as side shots, because I want to take this 5,000, 5,000 survey, points 1, 2, 5, 3, and 1006, and I want to calibrate that to my GNSS coordinate reference system. So I just simply say reverse. When I choose OK, Traverse PC creates this calibration for me, and I've got exactly what I want. I've got the rotation I expect, I've got the scaling I expect, and then I've got this huge translation that I expect. And this is how I'm going to calibrate this entire 5,000, 5,000 survey up to my GNSS coordinate system, and now I'm free to work back and forth with any of the data, like these stakeout points for the foundation.